Recent years in the OSCE area have been marked with growing trends to glorify Nazi and their accomplices. The persistent attempts by certain participating states to falsify the history and rewrite the outcomes of the Second World War are on the rise. In that connection, it is important once again to recall one of the tragic dates in the history of the 20th century, the 18th anniversary of the 1938 Munich Agreement, better to say Munich Conspiracy. On that day, on 30th September 1938, the leading European nations, United Kingdom and France, inked an infamous agreement with Nazi Germany. This document actually became a prelude to the Second World War. Given the name of those who signed it, we should title this piece of paper as the Pact by Chamberlain and Daladier with Hitler and Mussolini. As a result of this plot, the Sudet region of Czechoslovakia was transferred to Germany without any resistance. Warsaw also did its part. The government of Poland failed to speak out against the shameful Munich conspiracy. It also took advantage to appropriate a chunk of the Czechoslovak territory. We should also emphasize the fact that Poland was among the front-runners to conclude a non-aggression pact with the Nazis in 1934. One fact is indisputable. The Western European countries made their best to cause a clash between the Nazi regime and the Soviet Union, while trying to remain outside this conflict. It were for this selfish interest that gave Hitler a sense of impunity and paved the way to his eastward aggression and to unleashing the Second World War. The sad consequences of this short-sighted policy are well known. Years of bloody fighting, tens of millions of dead, wounded, missing in action, as well as Holocaust, Nazi concentration camps, hunger, devastation, and other severe sufferings. Incredible efforts and the creation of the anti-Hitler coalition were required to confront these implications and to liberate Europe. The 1938 Munich Conspiracy is a classic example of how a belief in one's own exceptionability and a stake of national egoism can lead to catastrophic aftermath. Nowadays, unfortunately, Nazi ideology is again on the rise in a number of the OSCE participating states, including Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Ukraine, the United States of America, and some other. It is extremely disappointing to observe a lack of due reaction from the so-called Western democracies to numerous cases of Nazism glorification, parades of Waffen-SS veterans and solidarity, celebration of the organization of Ukrainian nationalists and the Ukrainian insurgent army and their leaders, and other manifestations of radical nationalism and aggressive ideologies. It is very indicative that the United States of America and Ukraine are the only states that are voting annually against the UN General Assembly resolution, which condemns glorification of Nazism. We call on the OSCE relevant institutions to react duly to numerous neo-Nazi manifestations in the OSCE region. This kind of history is in no way to be repeated.